Alrighty. We's about to begin. Congratulations, NGNF. Welcome back, Mr. Big Pain. Well, Logan out on the mound for NC, 3.49 ERA, 14 games. Both starters, 14 games. Logan, 3-6 on the season. He's had parts where he's been really good. He's had parts where he's been really not good. Uh, that's really the only way to describe his season so far. No, I will go back to being a Hanwha fan once the new front office that proves that they care about the fans is that is going to be a single through the right side. And just like that, we've got a base runner, ladies and gentlemen. It's difficult to not like, I mean, you live in Colorado, you have to root for Hanwha, even though you should be a NC Dinos fan. If you're a Rockies fan, you should be a Dinos fan. Alrighty, Pak Chan Ho steps in. I mean, you have to be. Like, if you think about it, Rockies were one of the last expansion teams. The Dinos, not the last, but one of the last expansion teams. Both teams have dinosaurs as mascots. And the 1-0 misses outside at 2-0. And the reason why both teams have dinosaur mascots is because when they were digging up to open their stadiums, they found dinosaur bones. All right, so Logan, a 2-0 count, already given up one single so far to Yi Chang Jin, and that's in there for a strike on the outside corner, and it's 2-1. Pak Chan Ho hitting 500 in this series. A home run, 3 hits, just back up in the lineup. Yeah, good old Drew Ruchinski. Wonder what happened to him. Is he still pitching in the KBO in the MLB? And here comes the 2-1 pitch. Misses low, 3-1. Logan struggles with the command. Let's just say that. 77 innings. He has 54 strikeouts, but he has 41 walks. So you really do have to wonder about that. And the 3-1 in there for a strike. And we've got our first full count of the day, ladies and gentlemen. It took us 2 batters to get there, but we have arrived. All righty, here we go. The 3-2 pitch. And check over on the runner over at first. He's easily back in. Kia maybe? Both teams use their bullpen as that is ripped into left field, and just like that, back-to-back singles puts runners on first and second with nobody out, and that brings up Wisdom. Yeah, I mean, I would have to say Kia. Both teams used a lot of their bullpen last night. They didn't use their bullpen Friday nights because it was only a 5-inning game that should have never even been played. So, yeah, I mean, I would say Kia. They have Nail on the mound versus Logan. All right, Wisdom steps in. Runners on first and second already. 253 on the season. And a swing and a miss. 148 gets past him, and it's 0-1. Wisdom retightens up the batting gloves. That'll help you catch up to the fastball. And Kia having a ton of injuries this year, and the 0-1 misses low, 1-1. Kim Do Young obviously missed the beginning of the season after the first inning or first game. Pak Chan Ho went out. Their second baseman Kim Sung Bin has been injured twice. Na Sung Bom has been out for a long time. Wisdom was out for a long time. Their starting catcher Kim Tae Goon was out for a long time. Is that just misses inside, and now it's 2-1. So a ton of injuries. They lost their basically. Uh Honestly, it's way still too early for that. I way too early. My issue with Hanwha and Lotte is their bullpens are being really used heavily. I would say LG as that is caught, and that's going to be a foul pop up to the catcher and one away. Yeah, I would have to say, yeah, I would have to say LG. Uh, yeah, his side the about 2 hours before the game when he was warming up, he complained about in tightness on his side, but they had already exchanged lineups, so that's why he was in the lineup but never actually came up to bat. So I looked it up last night after the game, as that is in the middle of the strike zone and it's 0-1. Shea Hyung Woo steps in, having quite the season at is roughly 65 years old. Actually, just won the Player of the Month for May. And here comes the 0-1 pitch, and that is in the dirt. A great stop by the catcher on Jung Yo, and it's 1-1. I got to go with LG. I think LG wins. 안녕하세요. TY rocking the Doosan logo there, as that just missed outside, and it's 2-1. TY, and great call by the third base umpire. He definitely did not go. All right, here we go. The 2-1 pitch. The runners on first and seconds, and misses outside. Oh, oh. Why do you have a Doosan icon? 한국 사람이에요? Are you Korean? All righty, here we go. The 3-1 pitch sets up on the outside once again. He leaks it way inside, but fouled away, and we've got ourselves another full count. Second full count of the day already for Kia. A single by Pak Chan Ho, and then now to Chae Young-woo. 한국어로 사고 싶으면 괜찮아요. 제가 한국말 해요. And here we go. The 3-2 is lifted into left field, and that is going to get just foul. And we'll have another 3-2 pitch coming up. You want to practice your English? You're welcome to practice your English. Or you can use Korean. Either one, whichever one's easiest. Yeah, I got some Kia gear back there. Kia uniforms. Kia back there. All righty, the 3-2 again. This is going to get into left field. Left fielder coming over, makes the catch, and they will head back to their bags. And 2 away. Two singles to start the inning for Kia, but since then, a pop-up foul by Wisdom and a little line out to left field by Chae Young-woo. That's going to bring up a Wang Dain. Wang Dain taking over at first base is Wisdom, obviously the normal first baseman. Wang Dain taking over at first because Kim Do Young is injured and they have had nobody to play third base. They tried Byung Hyuk, but He is just not consistent enough as that one just catches the inside corner, and it's on 1. 20 pitches now for Logan already in this first inning. He Both pitchers need to go deep in this game with yesterday's long game. As here comes the 0-1 pitch. Just misses low there, 1-1. TYE. 광주에 있어요? 다른 도시에 있어요? Wang Dain, 364 with runners in scoring position on the season. He has not played too much. And that's fouled away. And no 1-2. Naju. Naju. Where is Naju? Naju. Nah. And he catches him looking. He gives up 2 singles, but he gets the next 3, and we will go to the bottom of the first as they leave 2 on. Oh for 3 with runners on base. Sorry, 1 for 4 with runners on base. 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. Leaving 2. Nah. 나주. 네, 광주 근처에 있어요? 네. 아, 네. 제가 대전에 있어요. All right, leading things off for 네. Nail on the mound today. Oh, nail out there. He did lose his last game, 4-2 on the season. A 6.1 innings, gave up 3 runs. Only one of them earned, but took the losses. Samsung was able to get 4. 267 ERA on the season, 84 and a third innings, 244 batting average against. He does have 73 strikeouts to just 31 walks on the season. So not a lot of control issues or anything. And the first pitch is grounded, but into the dirt, and it's 0-1. So Kim Ju-won, one of the only, again, the only Korean switch hitter. All right, the 1-1 pitch is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 1-2. Sorry, the gas inspection people are at my door. I had to message them, say they can't come in. All righty, here we go. The 1-2 pitch is sets up at the waist and it runs in. That's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman Wisdom grabs it and throws across. And that's one away. Nope. Because they got to do a bunch of stuff over there in the kitchen and over here in the the veranda. I ain't got no time for that. All right, that's going to bring up Guanidong, one of the best stances in the game. Again, NC has two of the best stances in the game. As here comes the pitch, it just misses up high, and it's a 1-0. No, both Logan and Nail have struggled against the each team, as that just barely gets a piece of the top of the zone, and it's 1-1. So Nail has struggled on on away games. He's also struggled on Sunday. 267 ERA on the season, but on Sundays and away, he's got a 450 or higher ERA. That's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman grabs it, a light toss over to first, and it's two away. But Nail did pitch well against in his one game against NC earlier. It's the name on the back of their uniform. So Austin Dean's name on the back of his uniform is Austin versus James Nail's name on the back of his uniform is Nail. That's why. As that is a two away. Yeah, the players choose what they want. And here comes the 0-1. And that's because it's like just like NC, their starter is Logan Verrett. Their starter is Logan Verrett, but I use Logan because that's what's on the back of his name. Well, I understand why I picked Austin because uh Austin is a three-syllable word. Well, it's just because it's a three-syllable word that matches with all the Korean names. Is that's going to be a swing and a miss. It gets back to the backstop, hits the backstop to throw to first, not in time. So that'll be a strikeout, a wild pitch, and a runner on first. And the ball gets past, hits hard. It bounces back to Kim Dae-gun, who throws to first, but it's not able to get the throw down to first in time as Pak Minu moves a little bit too quickly. And that will be. Yeah, most of them don't use if they have a one syllable last name. Because like when I first moved here, Kia had Brett Pill, and he just used Pill. So the back of the back of the uniform just had the one symbol. All right, Matt Davis steps in. A chance here, a 1-2-3 inning spoiled, as that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Yeah, I'm trying to think of other players that have used their first name, but yeah, most of them use their well, Socrates is the 0-1 pitch, and that is popped up. Will just get out of play as it bounces into the cheer section over there, and it's 0-2. Yeah, so Socrates, his last name is Brito, but went by Socrates. In this game, Kia packed on well, Saturday night, right? Makes sense. As here comes the 0-2, sets up on the outside, and he ground ball to the third baseman that grabs it, throws across the diamond in time, and that will be three away. So they get a runner on with four outs. They leave one. Will go to the bottom of, or the sorry, the second inning. Yeah, it's tough. It's kind of like Ponce is difficult to take against, and Nail is also difficult to take against. I think if it was, I think if it was Nail versus Riley, I would be more inclined to take NC. Speaking of pitchers for NC, Kuchang Mo should be coming back soon, I think. Singing like the national anthem or just singing some random Koreanness or what? No. Kiwi is at the Hanwha LG game. She's earning that money at 400K a year or whatever she's getting. I think yeah, she's getting something like 400,000 a year or something like that to hang out there. That's what her contract is for here. All right, top of the second inning now. Logan back on the mound. He'll face the 6, 7, 8 hitters for Kia. Well, I'm just talking about just her contract, not any of the endorsements or anything like that. First pitch is up high. 1-0 is Logan. 24 pitches in the first inning. Gave up those first two hits, but so is able to get out of it. As that's a big swing and a miss there, and it's 1-1 now. Well, plus she's got her contract with LG, and then all those cheerleaders make more money with the sponsorships and stuff than they do on. They make more money on social media than they do cheering. Is that's a swing and a miss there, and it's 1-2. Plus all of the products that's Mary Kate buys, and that misses low. 2-2. 250 in this series. Yeah. Her contract is 4 million 4 million won. As that's just misses low, runs the counts full, and another full count. Third full count of the day already for Kia. That is a huge thing. Running that pitch count up for Logan, who really does struggle with his command. And the 3-2 swing and a miss on ball four. He gets another strikeouts and one away here in the second inning. Yeah, that's why all of the KBO cheerleaders are headed to Taiwan. They pay they pay like 10 times, way more than 10 times. The yeah, way they about to roughly 10, 11, 12 times what they make here. Actually, it's way more than that. I don't think they make much here cuz you got to realize that even even the like a rookie makes roughly $30,000 a year in the KBO, as the 0-1 is low in the dirts. So let's see. We'll look at Kia's catcher. He makes 66. He makes about 60,000 a year. Uh just That's going to be a chopper. And that is the first third base umpire called foul, then changed it to fair, and it bounced over the bag and then landed in fair territory. The third base umpire called foul. He put his hands up like this and then decided to change it into a into a fair ball. Very interesting call there by the third base umpire. I mean, it definitely looked like it landed fair. No, it's foul. Well, I don't know. It landed foul, but it's landed foul after the base. So it depends on where it landed because it hit the ground first. It was not a hit into the air. It hit into the ground first and then bounced way up. The third baseman Kimmy Jeep put his glove up and then pulled it back down because he was in foul territory, and it landed in foul territory. But the the third base umpire put his hands up fair or foul and then changed it. So I think they're gonna move it. They did give it to him. It is fair. That is will be a hit. So it hit fair and then it landed foul after it went past the bag. But the umpire, third base umpire again, called foul, put his hands up, and then went like this to call fair. So yeah, that was pure KBO. So you got a runner on second base now, and that brings up the catcher who looks at a strike right down the middle, and it's 0-1. No, that will be a double for Kim Ho Young, and now here we go. The 0-1 pitch that is popped up. The first baseman under it, and it's two away. Oh, Logan having some issues, giving up some hits. 3 hits already for Kia. They've had runners in scoring position. They've had 4 chances now with runners in scoring position, and they're 0 for 4. All right, Pak Min steps in, hitting 200 on the season. 1 for 5. Again, every single time that Kia has a new game, that I stream a Kia game, I end up learning all kinds of new players because they have so many injuries, and the guys that they're bringing up just can't perform. So here we go. The 0-1 pitch coming up to Pak Min. Kim Ho Young over on a second base and fouls it to straight back, hits the umpire in the arm, but it's now 0-2. But back to that, Harry. Usually they only make it their first year or two. It's weird, kind of weird in the KBO. After every season, uh, there is basically contract negotiations, as that's misses outside 1-2. So a guy that I can give you a better example of is like Wang Young Mook last year for Hanwha. Last year he made 30,000 won, or sorry, 30 million won, which is about $27,000. That's going to be a ground ball to Davison, who picks it up, steps on the bag, and that's will be three away as they get a double, but they leave them on the bases as they have now gone 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. We'll go to the bottom of the second. So yeah, Wang Youngmook last year as a rookie, 30,000 or 30 million won, which is around, I want to say around $27,000. Uh, but this year he's making 83 million won, which is about $75,000. So he had a really great season last year in his first year in the KBO. So he made really good money. Uh, other, if you're thinking about guys in this league, uh, so the looks like the let's say the left fielder for Kia, he makes 114 million a year, or 140 million a year. So he makes about 125,000, but he's been in the league for a very long time. So yeah, rookies first couple years, they don't make very much, but they also don't pay for anything. They live in player housing. The bus picks them up. The housing is close. They don't pay for food. And I've talked to some players before, players that played in the KBO, and they would get bonuses every day. Like they would be playing and they would have a really good game, and suddenly the after the game the coach would give them X amount of money as first pitch from Nail goes outside 1-0. All right, Popganu had the big grand slam yesterday as he fouls that one away, and it's 1-1. 304 on of the season. Just DHing today. I guess he ran around the bases too much. Yeah, the cheerleaders don't make very much money at all. So the cheerleaders probably, like I read that Gian, the one that we're talking, Mary Kate is talking about, uh, she left for 4 million won or something, or yes, her contract is basically 40 million, 400 or something like that. 400,000 is the easiest way to explain it as ground ball there. Completely sidetracked here. Uh, but yeah, so she left, and I read that she left to go to Taiwan, and it ends up being, I read 13 to 16 times what she would make in Korea. No, no, no. $400,000. Dollars, roughly. It's hard because sometimes they put dollars, sometimes they put Taiwanese money. I don't know what Taiwanese money is, and then sometimes they put Korean money. So it's very, very difficult because it's always here and there. But she became famous last year because of the Peaky Peaky dance that was talked about on all kinds of different US broadcasts and things like that. And misses outside there, and it's 3-0. Just the way Mary Kate loves it. All righty, here we go. The 3-0 pitch up high, but just gets a piece of the top of the zone, and it's a 3-1. Only 13 pitches for Nail in the first inning. And he rolls over it to the first baseman, grabs it, takes it himself, and that's 2 away. Baseball's crazy in Taiwan. I've uh, I've thought about moving to Taiwan so many times. Move to Taiwan and take over Taiwanese baseball streaming. Maybe they'll offer me a huge contract. All right. Han So-kyun steps in, 211 on the season, does have 3 home runs, and sets up right down the middle and fouled away. Who's the Hanwha cheerleader that end up signing a big contract to go there too? And here comes the 0-1. Is fouled away again. 0-2. No, I don't get paid by anybody. Everybody's got green names today. All righty, here we go. The 0-2 pitch runs inside, and it's 1-2. Yeah. I don't think so. But those games are having 40,000 fans at the stadium and stuff. As that misses low, and it's 2-2. Nail wanted that one, but and he catches him looking at strike three. 1-2-3. 7 up, 7 up, 7 up, 7 down for Nail. Even though he's only gone through 2 innings, we'll go to the third. It's nothing, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I don't think the Taiwanese players make very much. I know a lot of Kiwis in the middle of a bunch of a guy just completely oblivious to the baseball game, just instead focused on the cheerleaders. Yeah, I do know. I don't know how much the Taiwanese players make. I just know that the Taiwanese foreigners often leave the Taiwanese league and they come to Korea. So it's a step up. So if you imagine the leagues, basically, you have obviously you'd have the Taiwanese league, the KBO, the Japanese league, and then obviously MLB would be the differences. Nail working quickly. Elsewhere around the league, KT's already up 5-1 against Samsung. And then LG's up 2-0 against Hanwha. They've already got, but they've got the bases loaded with 2 outs in the top of the third. Here we are ready for the top of the third, and leading things off will be the top of the lineup as he looks at a strike, and it's 0-1. Logan, 38 pitches through 2 innings, 23 in the first, so 15 in the second. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, and in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Lee Chong Jin singled in his first at bats, went to second on the Pak Chan Ho single, but was left over there at second base. And here we go. The 0-2 sets up on the inside and he fouls it away. And it stays 0-2. And here comes the 0-2. Catches him staring at it. And he should have bought a ticket if he's just going to look at the ball coming in. And it's a one away. Third strikeout of the day for Logan Verretz. Looking at his last few games, three strikeouts in his last game, six in the game before that, 1, 6, and 5. Again, not a big strikeout guy. 54 strikeouts in 77.1 innings coming into today's game as Pak Chan Ho looks its ball one outside, and that's 1-0. Pak Chan Ho 1 for 1 on the day, singled in his first at bats. And sets up right down the middle, and it misses way up on the zone, and it's a 2-0. NC also dealing with some injuries. Sona Sup is finally back. Guanidong, Davison, Pakanu, Sona Sup all dealt with injuries early. Also, their starting catcher and their backup catcher are both out. I thought their starting catcher was back. Yes, he is back. Just not starting today as that one is low and it's 3-1. So their starting catcher, Kim Hyun Jun, was supposed to be a breakout star last year, but really, really struggled. Had a solid 2023 season. Last year, not a good season. This year, back to where he was, as that is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Another full count. Second full count of the day for Pak Chan Ho, fourth of the day for Kia, as Logan already at 47 pitches through 2 1/3 innings. And the 3-2 is fouled away. Gonna really have some issues with some pitch counts. NC's bullpen not very good. Even their closer, I would say, is probably the weakest closer in the league. All righty, here we go. The 3-2 pitch. And another foul. And the 3-2 pitch. And that's going to be another single up the middle. And he is on base for the second time today. And the fourth hit of the day for Kia. Can they do something now? Again, outside of Pak Chan Ho's hits with a runner on base, they are 0 for 5 with runners on base and 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Throwing the most pitches per inning, 17.6 per inning. Contact rate, 82.4%. That's the third worst in the league. 4 walks per inning or per 9. That is the third worst in the league. And I told you he struggles with command. I actually thought he was not going to have a problem with command. He didn't struggle with command in the second or in AA or AAA, but he has really struggled with command so far in this season, as that is ripped and that is going to get down into the corner. And Wisdom will be on second. Pak Chan Ho is going to be held up at third. And he just gets back as Wisdom comes up with a one out double to put Pak Chan Ho 90 feet away from taking the lead for Che Young Woo. As once again, another hit by Kia. Just one out. Again, Logan is a guy that I think will be gone by the All-Star break. If I had to name 5 players that were on their way out, I would have to put Logan Verrett and Cuevas up at the top there. Who else would I say could be gone? Well, Reyes is already gone. Rojas is not having the greatest of seasons. Cardenas could possibly be gone. Cave is a possibility. Cole Irvin, another possibility. All righty, here we go. Che Young Woo lays off of that, and it's outside. Ball 1-0. 52 pitches already for Logan Verrett. 23 in the first, 15 in the second, 14 so far here in the third. 15th pitch coming up as he set up way outside again, and he misses outside. Well, he didn't really miss. He hit exactly where the catcher put his glove. But again, KBO catchers love to set up way outside with their foot outside of the catcher's box. And the 2-0 swing and a miss there, and it's 2-1. Che Young Woo flew out to left in his first at-bats with runners on first and second and 1 out. Here he's got a chance with the runners on second and third with 1 out. Hitting .321 with the runners in scoring position and lays off of that, and it's 3-1. Did have a full count in his first at-bats. And the 3-1, and that is goodbye baseball. You're going to need a ticket to get that one. Good Lord. Good Lord. Zeroed out about that one. The bat landed before he ever even took a step out of the batter's box, and it just like that, it's 3-0 Kia. Like I said, I would take Kia today. As Wong Dae-in looks at strike 1 at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. Not that far. It was that he got under it too much. I think it landed in the bullpen. I'll let you know whenever it pops up. As here comes the 0-1, a swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2. Wong Dae-in 0 for 1 on the day, struck out to end of the first inning, looking at the ball. As here comes the 0-2 pitch. And lays off of that in the dirt, and it's 1-2. Yeah, maybe 120. I don't think it wasn't that far. It all depends on the stadium, and as that one is fouled away, but we'll get out of play. There we go. Yeah, I mean, it really depends. It's not they're cookie cutter. No, they're shorter fences. Uh, because they're all built inside, basically inside cities. They are shorter in terms of to the wall, as that one is also hits hard, but gets out of play. But a lot of them actually have very high fences. Like I'm talking 12-foot high fences. I know Hanwha's old stadium was 100 to the corners, but it had 12-foot high fences. And then in center field, it had like a 20-foot high fence, something like that. It was ridiculous. As the 1-2 misses inside, and it's 2-2. Hanwha's new stadium is 99 to left field foul pole, 95 to right. But in right field, they have the 8-meter high monster wall. As the 2-2 is an ugly, ugly looking swing there, and that's a two away now on his fourth strikeout. Yeah, it's Hanwha Stadium has like all these amenities, and but the field itself sucks. Like as in terms of viewing experience, Hanwha's brand new stadium that's been open a couple weeks or a couple months sucks. You can't see the corners. If you're in the outfield, you're blocked by the bullpen because they have a double decker bullpen. As a swing and a miss there by Osanu. Yeah, Che Young Oo. 3-run po. Yeah, and here comes the 1-1 pitch. And that's in there for a strike right down the middle, and it's a 1-2. Yeah, like Hanwha has the green monster rip off by called the monster wall, and he just stares at the pitch again, and that's another strikeouts. Fifth strikeout of the day for Logan, but it's Shea Hyung Woo puts Kia up 3-0 on the 3-run shots. We'll go to the bottom of the third. 5 and 6 hitters in Kia's lineup is not looking good. 4 strikeouts, 2 looking, 2 swinging. Oh, NC will have the 8-9-1 hitters coming up. 67 pitches for Logan. 40 pitches that inning. No, that's not right. It's 29 pitches. I was reading James Nails. I was like, no way he threw 40 pitches. Uh, for a couple reasons. One, the players aren't as good. Their training is very old. Like they're still the manager's still managed like it's the 1950s. The training is still like it's the 1950s. If you were to walk up to a baseball player in the MLB, you would be like, "Oh, this guy is a baseball player. This guy he is muscular. He has lots of power, uh, good swing." If you were to walk up to a KBO player, you would be like, "Oh, what? Oh, you're a player? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you ran a phone store." It's it sounds strange, but it's really the way it is. All righty, here we go. Nail having a comfortable lead now, throws right down the middle, and it's 0-1. Oops, wrong one. There are only a handful of players that I would say look like baseball players. As the 0-1 is fouled away, and it's 0-2. Like I've gotten there's multiple times I've gotten into cabs wearing like my uniform back before I lived right by the stadium and before I bought motorcycles and stuff. Uh and I would take a taxi to the stadium, and multiple times the taxi drivers thought I was a player because I look more like a player than a lot of the Korean players. I've even had fans tell me that, uh, where they're like, "Oh, what? Oh," they're like, "You look more like a player than Korean players." All righty, here comes the 1-2 pitch, a swing and a miss there. That's the second strikeout of the day for Nail. One away. Sorry, third strikeout of the day. I accidentally missed his strikeout to Park Mino because he ended up on first base. And here we go, the 3-2. A beautiful sweeper that just misses the bottom of the zone. Wow. So before Corona, I played here in Korea. I played baseball, just local league or whatever. What? As that's going to be a slow roller, and it gets foul. A heads up play by Wisdom. Thought that was Kenny G playing, but I guess it's Kinhan Biol. I've had the wrong third baseman the whole time for NC. Kimmy Jeep usually plays third, and I saw Kim, but it is not him. And other teams have seen me, they know me from being on TV and stuff like that. And they I was in a tournament and they just called me Major League because I was so much better defensively than everyone else in the whole tournament. As the 1-1 that catches the inside corner and it's 1-2. Just because my I don't want to say my preparation, but like, you know, my fundamentals are so much better than a lot of the local guys. I would say my fundamentals are better than a very large handful of the even the KBO guys. As here comes the 2-2 pitch. Again, it is 1 out and it sets up on the outside corner and he fouls it away. Stays at 2-2. Lots of souvenirs today, ladies and gentlemen. The difference in the leagues is so drastic. I know one, they're only allowed 3 foreign players. So I am definitely not as good as a foreign player, as the 2-2 is lined to the second baseman, and that's 2 away. And I'm old. They still haven't said how far that's a home run was. 115 meters. Alrighty, here we go. First pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Back at the top of the lineup, Kim Ju-won steps in, a 5-3 ground out in his first at bats. And that is in the dirts, 1-1. I have really thought about doing they I don't know if you pay attention, but to other things. They have a like a reality show TV reality show baseball game, baseball YouTube channel thing. I've really thought about seeing how to try and play on that or do tryouts for that as that's filed away now and it's a 1-2. They do get a little in the way when you're trying to do much. I've never been able to hit well. That's my big downfall. As a beautiful sweeper backdoors in there and catches him looking. That's four strikeouts for Nail, and we'll go to the fourth inning. It's 3-0 Kia. Yeah, like I play with the team I played on before, actually, uh, who we call coach, was actually a Hanwha coach. A couple of the guys that played on our team. Who's that? I can't read that. They're the Dark Lord. We're gonna go with the Dark Lord. Thank you, Dark Lord. Yeah, the guys I played with, some of them used to play minor league baseball here in Korea. Uh, but it's weird. They have this thing. So when I signed up to play, so I'm not allowed to pitch in our league. They don't allow foreign pitchers. Also, if you played high school baseball or higher in the US, you're not allowed to play social baseball is what they call it, at least in my city in the league I was in. Because if you played high school baseball in Korea or in the US, your ability is considered too good to play in basically the rec leagues, the social leagues here in Korea, at least again for my city. Other cities, like I live in the fifth biggest city. Daejeon has like 1.5 million people. The largest is Seoul with like 10.5 or 11 million people. And I could play I could pitch in that city, but not in the city I live in, not in their league. All right, so Logan is still out there. 67 pitches, not 68. 68th is low, ball one. No, 1-0. Kim Ro Young doubling his first at bats, 1-for-1 on the day. And runs up and in, and it's 2-0. Yeah, the super crazy rule. Other rule, I used to play. I don't know if you've seen Luke in here. I actually started playing with him as the 2-0 is in there for a strike, and it's a 2-1. So I started playing with him, but you can only have one foreign player on the roster per game. Yes, here comes the 2-1 is fouled away, and 2-2. Yeah, I think the the last game I played in, I went 2 for 3 with three stolen bases. As the 2-2 way up high. 3-2 runs that counts full. Another full count, ladies and gentlemen. The fifth full count of the day. And a swing and a miss there strikes him out, and that's his sixth strikeout of the day. One away now. And that's in there for a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. I hope everybody took my advice on this game and the LG Hanwha game. If you didn't, I'm sorry for your loss. As that is in there 1-1. Uh, I'm just it was right the my last game was right after I had finished training for an Ironman. So I was in ridiculous shape. And like again, like when you're around the game for so long, you start to look at tendencies. Like, you're like, oh, this guy, oh, he's got a 1-2, and then he goes to the plates. And the catcher isn't gonna throw me out. So yeah, I stole second base, and then I stole third base, and then I didn't steal home. I did steal home. I have stolen home before though. Uh, I noticed that the catcher always threw the ball back lightly whenever he ended up walking somebody, as that is lifted into right field. Right fielder in front of the warning track, and that's too late. So I noticed that the catcher, he had walked a guy after me, and I noticed that he would throw the ball kind of softly back after a walk, and then he walked the guy after that to load the bases. So I just took off whenever the catcher threw the ball back to the pitcher, and I was easily scoring at home. All righty, here we go. The 0-1 pitch, 80th pitch of the game for Logan Verretts. And that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Bachmin grounded back to the first baseman, and his last at bat, his only at bat, 0 for 1 on the day, hitting a 167 on the season. And a swing and a miss there. Another strikeout for Logan Verretts. That might be his KBO career high. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. It's 3-0 Kia. First 1-2-3 inning for Logan Verrett. But still through 14 pitches. Mayo gets to come back out. He'll face the 2-3-4 hitters. No problem. Now the real question is, can the Kia bullpen hold him? Elsewhere around the league, LG's up 4-0 against Hanwha. Their starter is already out of the game. KT is up 6-2 against Samsung, as they've both added a run in the third inning. Doosan's up 2-0 against Kium, as they got a double and looks like a ground out, RBI groundouts to score a couple runs in the bottom of the fourth. Lotte and SSG are tied at 0, but SSG is threatening. They've got runners on first and second with 1 out in the bottom of the fourth. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. There are not 2 outs. Will it let me? There we go. All righty. First pitch to Guanidong in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Guanidong, 4-3 ground out in his first at bat, 0 for 1 on the day. And the 0-1 runs inside, 1-1. Uh, Give me a second. Is the 1-1 is a foul to straight back 1-2. I don't even know who's pitching in that game. You mean Suck versus Anderson? Man, it's tough not to take SSG with Anderson on the mound, but I'd be worried about SSG being able to score enough. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. Ugly looking swing there. Gets him. And that'll be strikeouts number five. Outs number one. And that brings up Pak Minu. Uh oh, Mary Kate, where you at? Yeah, I would have to think SSG just because the bullpens will be should be okay. Is that's one misses low 1-0. Pak Mino is or Pak Minu has been the only base runner for NC. He struck out in his only at bats, but was able to as that is an ugly looking swing 1-1. Uh, Lots of Kia cheerleaders showing. I think Logan's at 81 there. All righty, the 1-1 pitch, and that is a rolled over, but foul. And 1-2. Waiting for your funds on this game or which game? Here we go. The 1-2 pitch sets up high, and he fouls that one away. He tried to backdoor a slider there, but he waited on it. 50 pitches now for Nail. Here we go. The 1-2 pitch sets up on the outside again and misses low 2-2. All right. So I think we're ready now. Here we go. The 2-2 pitch. Not using pitch com, using the old school finger sign as the 2-2 swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Nail, his sixth on the day, and two away. One in the first, one in the second, two in the third, two here in the fourth. Beautiful two seam trailing away from the left handed batters. And that brings up Davison. Davison, a 5-3 ground out in his first at bats. And he throws that one in the dirt. It's 1-0. NC and Kia fans cheering for Davison together. Interesting spectacle is that's a big, beautiful sweeper there. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Yeah, they actually do have the pitch clock. That's they started it this year, which is why they changed it to 11 innings instead of 12. As that's one misses low. 2-1. It is a slightly different than the MLB pitch clock. And he lays off of that. He wanted it, but he laid off of it. Oh, looks like Wang Dain is out of the game. Osanu moves to first, and Chewan Jun moves to right. Just the timing is a little different. As that is lifted up into the air. That's might get out at the warning track. And a leaping catch at the wall. And that will be 3 away. Yi Chong Jin makes the jumping catch at the wall. We'll go to the fifth. It's all Kia. Morning. I was wondering where you were going to be, man. The bro is pitching a fantastic game today. Let's see. Chingma Jun is now in the right. Sanu is now at first. Only 57 pitches through 4 innings for Nail versus 81 pitches for Logan through the fourth. So Osanu moves to first base. Wang Dain comes out. And double check that I've got. Top of the fifth now. Logan back out there. He's going to face the 1, 2, 3 hitters for Kia. Yi Chong Jin, 1 for 2 on the day. Oh, God, it drives me nuts when they do this product placement. It's like the least subtle thing ever. As the try to get the old breaking ball to back door, but misses, and it's 1-0. And here comes the 1-0 pitch, and that's going to be grounded. Shortstop back on the grass, slips a little bit, throws up high, but he gets him. No. I love the Korean jumping catcher. Breathing a sigh of relief there as yeah, I was like, man, I was actually worried because of the rainouts. Yeah. I was worried that the timing wouldn't make up. And again, I think next week I should be able to do his game on Saturday, but it is calling for some rain here. Oh, here comes the 0-1, and that's in there for a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-2. Well, Pak Chan 2 for 2 on the day. A single in his first at bat, a single in his second, came around to score on the 3-run shot by Che Hyung Woo. And here comes the 0-2 pitch in the dirt, and 1-2. I think I need one more pitch there. And he slaps the bat down, but center fielder under it, and 2 away. Yeah, I thought you were coming pretty soon. Because you'll be at the game on the 22nd, right? As here comes the pitch in the dirt, and it bounces back to the backstop, and it's 1 0. You said you're going to the game in Incheon. Yeah. So Incheon would be the SSG. Yeah. Here we go. The 1 0 pitch sets up on the inside, and that is ripped into the gap. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to one hop into the wall, and Wisdom's on base with another double. No, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. He bad base or bad play by the center fielder, and he is hanging out on third base now. I'm not sure what the center fielder was doing, waiting for 3 days before he threw that ball in. SSG has what I would say is the best uh, best fan service. Unfortunately, you're going to miss the Saturday night's game. Saturday nights always has fireworks, but they do have the best outside the stadium experience. If it's possible, you definitely have to check that out. Is they're gonna walk Che Young Woo with a runner on third, so they don't want anything to do with Che Young Woo at this point, I guess. All right, now runners on the corner. Chaewon Jun steps in. He just took over defensively, and he'll be getting his first at bats. And looks at strike one on the inside. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swings and misses, or sorry, gets a piece of it, fouls that one down, and it's 0-2. Chaewon Jun only hitting 208 in his walk year. Not going to be, he's going to be looking for a big contract. I imagine he is going to end up re signing with Kia instead of a big contract in the offseason. Again, Chaewon Jun, Chae Young Woo, and Pak Chan Ho all in their contract years. And the 0-2 is way up high. But Han Jung Yeol makes the catch. Oh, what do you have the week after that? You got Kium. Oh, the Dome. I'm sorry. And then LG. So you were just hanging out in Seoul the whole time, I guess. Yeah, here comes the 1-2 pitch. And he lays off of it, but just high, and a 2-2. It's really strange that usually teams don't have 3 straight series on the road. Very surprising that Kia has 3 straight series on the road. All righty, here we go. The 2-2 pitch. And he fouls it away, but gets out of play, and it stays 2-2. 94 pitches now for Logan as he is hoping. I think at this point he's going to get through this inning. 2 on, 2 out to 2-2 counts. 94 pitches. And don't imagine him playing after the All-Star break. And the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Another strikeout. That's 8 on the day for Logan. That should be the end of his day. 95 pitches, but he is on the hook. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 3-0 Kia. They leave 2 more on. They've left 5 on base. Outside of the 3-run shot by Chae Young Woo, Kia is not doing well with runners in scoring position. 0 for 6. So Nay will come back out. He'll face the 5, 6, 7 hitters for NC. I keep thinking yesterday's game. Wow, Hanwha ties it up, and they're still up. Down 4-0 in the top of the fourth. Come up to bat in the bottom of the fourth. Score 4 runs, three of them with two outs. One on an infield single by the catcher. Doosan has added another run. They're up 3-0. Then KT and Samsung is still at 6-2. 0-0 though, the LG and SSG game. All right, so Nail out there again. 57 pitches through 4 innings. Park Gun-Hu will greet him, a 4-3 ground out in his first at bats. And that is in the dirt, 1-0. The one thing I do not like about Incheon Stadium is when you're trying to go places, the concourse isn't open. It's very difficult to see the game when you're moving from place to place. As the 1-0 swing and a miss on another beautiful sweeper on the inside, and 1-1. And he rolls over it. So Wisdom scoops it up, throws across, and that's one away. Wisdom again playing third base since Kim Do Young, a second hamstring injury. Imagine he will be at least the All Star break. Somehow he is still leading the voting for third base, despite only playing in a handful of games. All right, Sonos up, steps in, and misses on the inside. Jumps his feet back. 1-0. Dinosaur pajamas. That's got to be really hot. Yes, here comes the 1-0 pitch, and that's in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. And James Nail is one of the only pitchers in the league that features his two seam first. I believe Nail, Chirinos, and Son Ho Hyung. Son Hyung. I can't remember his last or his second name. The pitcher for KT are the only three that feature a two seam first, as the 2-1 in the dirt, and it's 3-1. So again, off that's two seam, he throws his slider. They're pretty close. 33% is that two seam, 31% is that slider or sweeper is obviously what you would, I guess, classify it as. All righty, here comes the 3-1 pitch. And that's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Runs the count full. First full count of the day for NC. And the 3-2 rolls it over, and it's foul. Stays 3-2. Sonos up 0 for 1 on the day. Grounded out to the first baseman in his first and only at bat so far today. And the 3-2 pitch. Backdoor sweeper gets him looking for another strikeout today. The seventh on the day for Nail. Absolutely a filthy looking pitch. All right, that brings up a Han Kyun. And our first pitch is fouled into his foot. It's 0 1. Here we go. A beautiful sweeper again, and it's 0 2. And here comes the 0 2 pitch. And outside, 1 2. Pitch number 70 there for Nail. NC does have a very long lineup all the way down to the 6 spotter. Guys that can hurt you is the 1 2 swing and a miss on another sweeper. That'll be his eighth strikeout. We'll take a little bit of a break. We'll be back in just a few. All right. We should be back. Again, should be a different pitcher out on the mound. I have to imagine. 94 pitches. 94, 95. 95 pitches for Logan. He'll face the 6, 7, 8 hitters for. I haven't announced the different pitcher, but I would have to think, 94 pitches. No, he is still out there. 95 pitches, and they're bringing him out for another inning. That is, that's interesting. Say that's very, very interesting decision here. 95 pitches. He averages 97.1. Most he's thrown is 115. He does have 8 strikeouts on the day, which might be his high, as that is going to be a, soft liner to the shortstop, and that's one away. One pitch, 1 ounce, just the way you want when you bring your starter back out. We'll see what happens here. Now you've got Kim Young on in the batter's box. So 1 for 2 on the day, doubled in his first at bat. First pitch is fouled away, and it's 0-1. Struck out swinging in his second at bats. And Logan, 2 hits in the first inning, did get a strikeouts, a double in the second inning, 3 strikeouts in the third inning, but also gave up a 3-run homer. And then in the fourth inning, another 2 strikeouts. Then in the fifth, a double, an intentional walk, but a strikeouts. So the one pitch is what has gotten him. As here comes the 1-1 is fouled away 1-2. 99 pitches now for Logan. And not often do anybody except foreigners throw 100 pitches. As here comes the 1-2, sets up on the inside, and he check swings, fouls that away, and that's gonna put up the magic number, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty, here we go. The 1-2 pitch once again in the dirts. He goes around, and that will be another strikeout. Strikeouts number 9, and outs number 2. Knuckle curve is what they just said. Kim Tae-goon steps in. And that misses. Oh, he does actually catch the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. So that is the most strikeouts that he has gotten. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. And that is a foul out of play, 0-2. Yeah, and here we go. The 0-2 is swing and a miss in the dirts, and that's going to be strikeouts number 10. That'll end the top of the 6. We'll come up in the bottom of the 6. It's 3-0 Kia. Working fast. I love it. Oh, they send him back out. He works quickly with a 1-2-3 inning. His second 1-2-3 inning ends up only needing 9 pitches. The leaves will be done with 104. But again, he is in line for the loss with 6 innings, 3 runs. NC will have their 8-9 one-hitters coming up in the bottom of the 6th inning. KT is open to the game, wide open. They're up 11-2 now. As another home run by Anhyun Min, who is slowly making his case not just for Rookie of the Year, but also MVP. 2 for 3 today with a 2-run homer for him. All right, to nail back out on the mound, 71 pitches through 5 innings. In the sixth inning, he usually pitches well. Opponents hitting 179 against him in the sixth inning. He has not gone past the seventh yet. All righty. And misses outside. Ball one, 1-0. Han Jun Yo 0 for 1 on the day, struck out in his one at bats. And here comes the 1-0 pitch, sets up on the outside, and he rolls over it. And the ball boy will get a chance to show his skills, and it's 1-1. Here we go, the 1-1 pitch, and misses outside at 2-0. Or sorry, 2-1. I was looking at the score and not to the count. All right, the 2-1 pitch, he says, widen the strike zone, sets up right down the middle, tries to get him to chase the sweeper outside, but he holds off, and now it's 3-1. And the 3-1 is going to be a ground ball. Shortstop at the grass, throws across, and that's one away. And brings up the third baseman, Kim Han Byul. And a beautiful pitch in there for a strike right down the middle, and it's 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch sets up on the outside, and the sweeper breaks off, and 1-1. Kim Han Byul 0 for 1 on the day, lined out to the second baseman in his only at bats. And the 1-1 is swing and a miss as that ball drops out of the bottom of the zone, and it's 1-2. Here we go. 1-2 sets up on the outside, and he rolls over it. Wisdom grabs it, throws across, and 2 away. That flips the lineup back over with 2 away. Wow, Hanwha takes the lead. SSG also takes the lead, and here's the first pitch. Just misses low, and it's ball one. Kim Ju-on, 0 for 2 on the day, 5-3 ground out, and a strikeouts looking back in the third inning. And the 1-0 pitch, and that is going to be into right field, and that will be the first hit of the day for NC. And that's will break up the old no hitter. The only base runner that Nail had allowed up until that point was a strikeout by Pak Minu. Yeah, that's the thing. At least it was a solid single. It was a very solid bat flip, also. And this NC lineup is very long. Again, the 1 through 6 for this team can all put up some hits. They can string hits together. Guanidong, Davison, Pakanu all have power. So it is only 3-0. It is not a game that's, you know, despite the fact that they only have one run, it does not mean, or they only have one hits, does not say a lot because they can score and score quickly. All righty, here we go. The pitch to Guanidong, and that is in there for a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. NC, I would say, has the longest lineup in the league. And he hits him. Sweeper just got away. Hit him in the tricep guard. All right, Pak Minu now steps in. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. 2 on now, tying run and now up at the plate in Pak Minu. That is the 11th hit by pitch that Nail has had. And that is outside. 1-0. And a swing and a miss there. 1-1. All right, here we go. The 1-1 pitch. And he fouls it away. 1-2. All righty, here we go. The 1-2 pitch. And misses up high. 2-2. Here we go. The 2-2 pitch in the dirt and runs the counts full. 3-2 now. Second full count of the day for NC. And they struck out looking on their first. Davison up next. It's not a guy you want to come up with the bases loaded. All righty, here we go. The 3-2 pitch. And he rolls over it to second baseman, grabs it, throws it to first, and that's will end the inning. They will leave their base runner on bases again. We'll go to the seventh inning. It's 3-0 Kia. Once again, they are not able to get a hit with a runner on base. They've had 3 base runners. They've left them all on base. The only advancement at all has been via a hit by pitch. 19 pitches in that inning brings Nail up to 90. NC will have a new pitcher. We'll see who comes out. Looks like Jun Shi-min will take over on the mound. All right, Jun Shi-min will come in. He'll face the 9-1-2 hitters for Kia. Elsewhere around the league, Hanwha has taken the lead 5-4, but they are now in a rain delay. The gods are on Hanwha's side as they take the lead. One more pitch, and then the skies opened up. Jun Sa-min, sorry, not Jun Shi-min, Jun Sa-min, 583 on the season, 28 games, 2-4. And first pitch is inside. Ball 1. You also have a pinch hitter, Kim Gyu-sung, pinch hitting for Lee Chang-jin. Note for Pak Min is that's going to be a single into right field. And they bring in the lefty. Bring in the lefty now that the lefty's off of the mound, and he delivers. And they are going to go out and have a little chit chat with the pitcher. They're going to have Lee Chang-jin and Pak Chan-ho, the top of the lineup, up now, trying to keep this a 3-0 game. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Proven that the Kia manager is also, well, still an idiot. As a runner on first, you're up 3 runs. So what do? You bunt. Runner on first, nobody out, up 3 runs, and you bunt. And that is a pitch right down the middle, and it's 0-1. I just don't understand why KBO managers are so incompetent. It's amazing how incompetent a KBO manager has to be in order to manage in the dugouts. All righty, here we go. The 0-1 pitch brings the bat back, and it's a 1-1. There's zero reason. Actually, there's way more reasons never to do this situation than there are even a half a reason to do it. Yu Chang Jin only hitting 125 on the season, but you also have him in the leadoff spot. Why do you have him in the leadoff spot if you don't think he can get a hit? Kim Gyu Sung, 2 for 3
나무
or 4 for 6
감사합니다.
on the season with running, trying to steal. Thank you, Justin. And in the 1-1, he hits him almost as he chops it to the third baseman, picks it up, throws over. And we'll see. Is that might be a foul? They're calling it an out, but uh, all right. Well, you've got a runner on second now, and you still need a hit. And we'll have a new pitcher.
나무 감사합니다.
Oh, why is it? Why? I just don't get it. Why do you? Why? You bring in a? I'm not talking about the bringing in a new pitcher. I just don't understand this bunt. You now have 1 out, a runner on seconds. Like, why would you bunt? Like, there's no reason whatsoever. All right. Well, once we come back, I'll let you know who's actually pitching. BJ Juan will come in now. It was at one point a quick game, but apparently NC is content with one pitcher, one batter for the rest of the game. So BJ Wan comes in. He'll take over on the mound. He'll face Pak Chan Ho and Wisdom. And again, you had a righty on the mound with a right-handed batter there for the bunts. Now you've got a right-handed pitcher out on the mound again, I believe. And that is in there for a strike. And here comes the 0-1 in there for a strike on the outside corner. Oops, wrong side. And it's 0-2. All righty, here we go. Runner on second. The 0-2 sets up on the outside and misses way outside and up, and it's 1-2. All righty, here we go. The 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. And that's two away. And once again is showing how stupid bunting with a runner on first and nobody out is. As he swings at a pitch in the dirt. Here we go. Wisdom, a 2 for 3 on the day with a double and a triple. And almost hits him, and that's going to get away. And he will be over on third base now as he almost hit Wisdom in the head. All right, well, here we go. 1-0 pitch now. Wisdom in there, and that is a swing and a miss on a pitch right down the middle. And Kim Gyu Sung just 90 feet away is the 1-1 pitch up high, and it's 2-1. 240 on the season with runners in scoring position. For Wisdom, 12 hits, 17 RBIs. And here we go, the 2-1 pitch. And that misses low, 3-1. And way outside, and they walk him. He'll be on base for the third time today. A double, a triple, and a walk. And that brings up Chae Hyung Woo. Last time he came up with 2 runners on, he decided to hit it over the fence to give Kia a 3-0 lead. He is responsible for all 3 Kia runs, and we'll have a tell him to watch out for the Little League double steal. Chae Hyung Woo leading the league in missing buttons. How far is he unbuttoned? He is unbuttoned below the team name, ladies and gentlemen. And the first pitch is in the dirt, and that is going to get away. And just like that, Kia takes a 4-0 lead. Wisdom will head on over to second base, and it's 4-0. Another wild pitch. That's 2 wild pitches in this inning for the reliever. Good thing they brought in a different guy, right? Excellent decision to bring in a new reliever. As they intentionally walk him again, and that brings up a Chaewon Jun. Chaewon Jun 0 for 1 on the day, and looks at strike one at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. Oh, with that wild pitch, scores a run. Chae Hyung-woo walks again, intentionally walked for the second time today. Is the number 5 spot in the lineup is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Did he go? As Wisdom and Chae Hyung-woo will both head up a base as another wild pitch. It almost looked like the batter went around too. Nope, on the slow motion there, it definitely did not go around. All right, the 1-1 is fouled away, 1-2. There will be a time coming up, ladies and gentlemen, that I've got to run downstairs and get a special delivery uniform from Big Kiwi. As the 1-2 is bounced into the dirt, but it's blocked by the catcher, and it's 2-2. Jaewon Jun hitting a 159 with runners in scoring position. Here we go. The 2-2 pitch and fouls that one away. Another pitch right down the middle, but's fouled away, keeps it at 2-2. And a 2-2 pitch sets up right at the knees in the dirt. And uh, catcher lost his mitts, and the ball ended up underneath his mitts, but runs the count full. And another full count for NC. Sixth full count of the day for NC. They've had a couple singles by Pak Chan Ho. After that, fly out to left and a couple strikeouts. And here we go. The 3-2 pitch sets up at the knees, and that is in the dirt, and it walks him to load the bases. Bringing up Osanu. All right, here we go. Bases loaded. Osanu, and another great block by the catcher. 1-0 is Kia trying to add some more runs with just a single, but he's already come in. A walk, an intentional walk, and a walk. And we'll have a mound visit here. I think they're going to change the pitcher here. Maybe. Yep, we'll have a pitching change here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, it's pitching change time. Once again. We'll see who comes in. Osanu will greet him. Ba, 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 da, 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 da. Make 'em soak 'em. Make 'em shake 'em. Make 'em soak 'em. Make 'em shake 'em. Make 'em shake 'em. See who the new pitcher is. Kim Jung Ho will come in. All right, he's going to come in. He'll have a 1-0 account with the bases loaded. 8 games, 4 and 2/3 innings, 1 hold, 176 batting average against, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Oh, he will face Osanu with a 1-0 counts. And that's in there for a strike, 1-1. Here we go. The 1-1 counts, sets up on the outside. And it misses way inside, but he fouls it into the catcher's mask. And it's 1-2. And here we go. The 1-2 pitch. And that is crushed, but falls flats. That will be the end of the seventh. They leave the bases loaded. I'll be back in just a few, guys. I may miss the start of the bottom of the seventh. I've got to run and see Big Kiwi real quick. So, be back in just a sec. Okay, I'm back. Kiwi is still not here, so I will be leaving soon as that misses outside, 1-1. Davison up to bats now. Warming up is Iroon. And that's in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. And the 1-2 misses way outside at 2-2. Looks like rain is starting to fall in Changwon. It was supposed to start raining about 7 o'clock everywhere. The Hanwha LG game is going to end up being canceled, or not canceled, but finished as catches them looking at a pitch up at the top of the zone. And that's is a strikeout number 9 on the day for James Nail, and 1 away. So again, rain is coming hard outside. Literally just went outside and it is coming down pretty hard. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss there. 1-1. Takanu 0 for 2 on the day. A 4-3 ground out and a 5-3 ground out. And a swing and a miss there. And it's 1-2. And here we go. The 1-2 pitch. And did he go around? I don't think he did. He did not. And it's 2-2. KBO career high 10 strikeouts for James Nail. He's got the nine so far today. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. And fouled away. Stays at 2-2. Here we go. The 2-2 pitch. Pitch number 101. And he rolls over, fouls it away. Here we go. The 2-2 pitch. Pitch number 102, and he lays off of it, runs the count full. Third full count of the day for NC. And here comes the 1-2 pitch, or sorry, the 3-2 pitch, as Nail steps off the back of the mound. And he will re-rosin. All right, here we go. The 3-2 pitch. And rolls it over to the second baseman and grabs it, throws to first, and that's two away. And they will come out to talk to James Nail, see if he wants to continue. We'll see if he wants to have a all right, Sonos up steps in. 103 pitches for Nail so far today. Sonos up 0 for 2 on the day. Grounded out to the first baseman and then struck out looking in his last at bats. And misses outside there. Ball one, 1-0. Here we go. The 1-0 pitch. And misses outside also, and it's 2-0. James Nail has not done well in the seventh inning so far this year. 316 batting average against him in the sixth, seventh inning. The worst of any of his innings is that's in the middle of the zone, though, and that's strike one, 2-1. Both pitchers pitching a ton today on a Sunday, and the 2-1 misses outside, a 3-1. And here we go with a 3-1 pitch. And that's a strike at the bottom of the zone. Runs the counts full. Another full count. Fourth full count of the day for NC. Second in this inning. We've got a strikeout looking for this exact batter in his last at bats. And he fouls that one away. Stays 3-2. NC struck outs looking in their first full count, a 4-3 ground out in their second, and a 4-3 ground out in the third. 0 for 3 today with full counts. And here we go, the 3-2 pitch, and that is a slapped foul again, and the ball boy makes the play. And 110 pitches now for James Nail. A raindrop hit my. There we go. And the 3-2 up high, and he walks him. First walk of the day for James Nail. I have to imagine that that will be the end of his day. Yep, that'll be it. I will be back. Kiwi is supposed to be almost here, so I'll be back in just a second. Unfortunately, I may miss the last out in the bottom here, as there will be a pitching change. And I'll be back in just a second. All right, I'm back. Apparently, there was a two-run shot. So I got my new uniform from Kiwi. Apparently, there was a two-run shot. Yi Jun Young blew that, and now it's 4-2. So we've got a pitching change, and I'll get the rest of the stuff fixed. All right, what happened? So a two-run shot from a pinch hitter, and then I'm sorry I couldn't stream it. I got my new Hanwha Daejeon logo uniform thanks to Kiwi. Kiwi grabbed me one at the stadium, and on his way home he dropped it off. So sorry about that. All right, so let me get some of this stuff changed. Joe Song-woo will come in to pitch now for Kia. All right. So An Jun Yul is on first base, apparently. All right, I guess we're back. And I guess we've got another pinch hitter here. Sorry, guys. All right. So Joe Song-woo out on the mound, 35 games, 3-5 on the season, 30 innings. Yeah, I mean, he definitely has to be proud of that. Can they hold the lead, though, is again the problem. Whenever he does pitch well, he comes out and they immediately just blow the lead. As that is in there for a strike on the outside, and it's 0-2. Oh, Young Soo. I didn't even get to use my flashy lights. I'm kind of upset now. All right, here we go. The 0-2 pitch sets up on the outside corner and misses low in the dirts, and it's 1-2. Pinch hits, first pitch, two-run shots. All right, Oh Young Soo, 222 on the season, 1-2 counts coming up. And that's in there for a strike. Catches him looking. That will be the end of the seventh. We'll go to the eighth. It's 4-2. Mm, well, yeah, Sue. All right, double check everything. All right, I think we're all good. Oh, here we'll have their 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up to face more of this NC bullpen. Again, NC's bullpen's not very good. In Kia's bullpen is not awful. A couple of their guys aren't awful. KT is absolutely destroying Samsung. They are now up 15-3 after winning 10-3 yesterday. 25 games and 2 runs. or 2 games. They're winning 25-6 in this 2 game series for them. It is still pouring really hard outside, so I believe the Hanwha game is going to get canceled after Hanwha took the lead in the bottom of the fifth to make it official. And here we go. Top of the eighth now. Oh, out on the now is Sonju Won, a 3.12 ERA on the season, 33 games. There will be some other changes as that first pitch is hit to Puck Minu at second base and one away. Sonju Won. And there should be some other changes. All right, so the number 8's batter coming up, Kim Tae-gun. So I imagine that Kimmy Jeep moves, yes, to third, and Oh Young Soo is in center field. So the both players will stay in and play, but they will change positions. And here comes first pitch is outside, ball one. And another pitch on the inside, and it's 2-0. All right, I think everything is caught up. All right, here we go. The 2-0 pitch up high, and it's 3-0. Kim Tae-gun 0 for 3 today. Popped up to the first baseman, fly out to right field, and struck out in his last at bat. And here comes the 3-0 pitch. And it runs inside, and he walks him. Brings up the number 9 hitter. One pitch gets an ounce. And pitching coach will make his way out onto the mound and talk to him. They're out of pitching visits now, so at least this game should move along. And it is raining in Changwon. It looks like it's starting to come down a little bit. As here comes the pitch, and that is lifted up into the air. Right fielder under it. And that's drops in front of him. And Kim Tae-gun is lucky to get to second. I have no idea what that was. He's standing underneath it, and then it drops 10 feet in front of him. Wow. Did it get hit by a raindrop and fall down, or what? That flips the lineup back over. Up high, ball one. 1-0. I don't know. I mean, it's an error. Obviously, it's an error, but they're probably not going to give him an error because he never touched the ball. As here we go, the 1-0 pitch that is lifted into center field. Center fielder going back makes the catch. Kim Tae Goon or Goon will step on the bag and move over to third base. That brings up Pak Chan Ho. Pak Chan Ho, 2 for 4 on the day. Had a chance in his second at bats. No, his last at bats to knock in some runs, but he wasn't able to. Struck out swinging. Oh, 2 for 4, a couple singles to start this game. In the first inning and the third inning, fifth inning, a fly out to center field, and the seventh inning, a strikeout. And the first pitch, he's a to the first. No, they call foul, and it's 0-1. And fouled back. It's 0-2. All right, here we go. The 0-2 pitch and swing fouls it into the midst, and that's gonna be the end of the eighth. Or the top of the eighth. We'll go to the bottom of the eighth. It's 4-2 Kia as they leave two more runners on base. They left 3 on in the last inning. They leave 2 more on in this inning. Leaving runners on base. It is the Kia way, ladies and gentlemen. Biggest difference between last year and this year is the inability to score when they've got runs on or runners on. What do I mean by that? I'm talking about last year. Uh, if we think about last year, their batting average with runners in scoring position was first in the league with 308. This year, on the other hand, their batting average with runners in scoring position, well, it's 248. So they went from first to seventh. That is one of the biggest reasons why they are no longer in playoff contention. They've left 10 runners on base today. All right, so we've got to the top of the eighth, or bottom of the eighth, sorry, coming up. We'll have the top of the lineup, 1, 2, 3, coming up for the old NC Dinos. Oh, Kim Ju Won, he broke up the no hitter for James Nail back in the sixth inning with a single. And here comes that is a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. So Joe Sang-woo came in and got his 4 pitches, got some outs, or got an outs, and he's back out there now. And the 0-1 pitch sets up on the outside and rolled over, but foul. And that's 0-2. As far as yesterday, again, it was a 9-8 game that's featured 6 runs scored in the bottom of the eighth or later. So Joe Song-woo did not pitch yesterday. Their closer, however, did. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop to his right, grabs, throws, and that is in time. One away. Had to get rid of it quickly, and he did. And he threw a strike to the first baseman. Not the easiest plays. He moved to his right, and the shortstop moving to his right is usually a backhand, but he catches it and he fields it in front of him. But here we go, one away here in the bottom of the eighth. That's going to bring up Guanidong. Guanidong was hit by a pitch in his last at bat, 0 for 2, as that one is way outside, 1-0. The 4-3 ground out in his first at bat, a strikeout in his second, and then the hit by pitch in his last at bats. Here we go. And the 1-0 misses inside at 2-0. Here we go. 2-0 pitch in the dirts, and that's 3-0. Again, I talked about it earlier. This lineup now it's actually the top 7 guys are guys that you do have to worry about since Kimmy Jeep is now in the lineup. Here we go. The 3-0 pitch in there for a strike at the top of the zone, and it's 3-1. Ronnie Dong versus Joe Song-woo in his career, hitting 500, 4 for 8. And Joe Song-woo came over from Kium in the offseason. Kia, I believe, just sent money. And that is a fouled away, runs the count full, 3-2. 0 for 3 on their 4-4 counts today. Strikeout looking at 2 4-3 groundouts. Did have a walk by Sonosup. That is what chased James Nail back in the 7th inning. And then he came around on a 2-run pinch hit home run by Kimmy Jeep. And the 3-2 is fouled away into the front of the dugouts for Kia. And we'll have another 3-2 count. Here we go. The 3-2 count. Misses up high and he walks him. Just barely missed. But he did, and that's going to bring up the tying run, Pak Minu. Elsewhere around the league, Doosan holds on to take the 3-2 lead against Kium. They win both games against the battle for the basements. The number 9 beats the number 10. SSG ended up holding on for a 1-0 lead or 1-0 win against Lotte, as they've got a pinch runner over there at first base now. I believe they said Osung Wan. Gosung Wan. Ah. It is raining hard now. Once again, I talk about it all the time. The KBO doesn't really care about any of the players or the fans. It's coming down hard. Pitchers seem to be struggling with being able to hold on to the ball. The batters are wiping their helmets, wiping their hands, wiping the bats every chance they get. just to be able to stand in there to throw. So here we go. The 1-1 pitch, a swing and a miss on ball two, and it's 1-2. The Hanwha game has been in a delay now for an hour and 4 minutes. It is not letting up at all, but yet they still haven't called the game. And here comes the 1-2. That's going to be a ground ball past the diving second baseman. And he will hold up at second. And they've got the tying run on the bases now with another hit. That's going to bring up Davison. All righty, here we go. The first pitch is low, ball one, 1-0. As the rain continues to come down, Davison 0 for 3 on the day, 5-3 ground out, a fly out to left, and a strikeouts looking. It is just dumping rain right now. Just absolutely pouring down rain. And here comes the 1-0 pitch, and it hits him. Just like the other day, just like Friday nights, they hit him right on the forearm as he is pissed because once again, the KBO does not give a damn about the players. They do not care about the players at all. Almost the exact same spot that he was hit the other day on Friday nights when they're trying to play in the damn rain. And now the bases are loaded for Pak Gonu, and Davison comes out. Che Jung Won will take over on the base pass. No, Pak Gonu has a chance to hit his second straight grand slam. He had one yesterday to cut the lead 9-8. Has a chance to go ahead now. If you're watching at home, yes, that is rain. That is not 1980s static TV. Just because it looks like 80s static TV and the managers pitch or managers in the dugouts manage like it's the 1980s, it is indeed still 2025. Bases are loaded. Go Sung Wan on. Who did I change? Well, I mean, again, Davison has been hit in the forearm Friday night and tonight because it's absolutely just pouring rain. As Pakanu lays off of that one, and it's 1-1. Here we go, the 1-1 pitch. And he lays off of it to 2-1. And the 2-1 in there for a strike, and it's 2-2. And did he go around? He does, and that's two away. Big strikeout there. That brings up Sonos up. The all time hit leader in the KBO. He definitely went around. Kim Tae-hoon has to wipe everything down. All right, Sonos up now, steps in 0 for 2 on the day. He grounded out to the first baseman in his first at bat, struck out looking in his second, walked back in just last inning and came around to score on the Kimmy Jeep 2 run pinch hit home run. As here comes the first pitch, it misses outside and it's 1-0. As far as the other game that is currently being suspended because of the rain, as I look at the map for Dejan, it looks like the rain is going to be over in about an hour, as that's misses outside and it's 2-0. No, they won't cancel it. They didn't cancel it the other day. 27 pitches now for Joe Song-woo. And here it comes. Don Pla fake love make you what? Okay. Hi. As that is in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. All righty, here we go. The 2-1 pitch sets up on the outside and just misses below the zone, and it's 3-1. Again, you don't have to worry about the umpires. Do not make these calls. They only make the call on check swings and things like that. This is all ABS system, ladies and gentlemen. All righty, here we go. The 3-1 pitch sets up on the outside. And it catches the outside and runs the count full 3-2. Third straight at bats for Sonos up with a full count. Third straight at bat with a full count for Sonos up. Pitch number 31 coming up for Joe Song-woo. Full count, bases loaded, 4-2 game. And he lifts it up into the air, center fielder under it. And that is 3 away. They leave the bases loaded. We'll go to the ninth inning. It's 4-2 Kia. Biggie. Both teams now have left the bases loaded in this game. NC now 0 for 3 on the day with runners in scoring position, 2 for 7 with runners on base. KBO will have their 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up. I don't know, man. It's so difficult with the KBO. I don't want to say either way. It's raining. It's difficult. It's Sunday. They're already 3 hours into this game. So I don't know if it'll end in 4-2, if there'll be magic more runs. It's always so difficult to tell in the KBO. As KT has opened up the lead even more. They're now up 16-3. All right, here we go. We be back. Top of the ninth inning. Yuji Uk will come out. This is the closer for NC. 4.18 ERA, 27 games, a 2-1, 28 innings. So there's also some other movements. Again, there was 2 pinch runners in this game, so we'll have to see who's where. As Wisdom looks at just strike one, and it's 0-1. I hate they don't show me who's actually pitching. All right, it's 1-1 now. And another low pitch, and it's 2-1. Yeah. Ginook. And that is fouled away, 2-2. There we go. I think that's fixed and sorted. As far as NC, I'm still waiting. So it looks like Che Jung Wan goes to second, as that is going to be just foul, and we'll have another 2-2 count. So Che Jae Wan is in left, Go Sung Wan is in center, Sona Sub stays in right. Che Jung Wan moves to second. Park Minu moves from second to first. I will do my best to get this situated and fixed. And a swing and a miss at a pitch up in the zone, and it's one away. That brings up a Che Hyung Woo. Oh, there's that. So Chun Jae Won is in left. And the foul away there, 0-2. And that's outside. Or sorry, 1-2. Trying to get all these changes. Kimmy Jeep is still at third. Bill Sung Won is now in center. And a swing and a miss, and that's 2 strikeouts, 2 outs. And that brings up the number 5 hitter, Chewan Jun. There we go. Now that I finally got it situated and set up, that brings up a Chaewon Jun 0 for 1 on the day. Walked in his last at bat, struck out in his first at bats. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. Outside, and it's 1-1. Rain coming down hard. And the 1-1 is lifted into center field, with center fielder under it, and that's will be 3 away. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth. NC down 2 and to their final at bats, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3 goes Kia Tigers. I am process of setting up. If this game ends and the Hanwha game isn't, I think they're going to try to start the Hanwha game again. Again, if I look at the radar, they've been in a break for an hour and 15 minutes now. But it does look like the radar is gonna stop, the rain is gonna stop, which means I may be able to start streaming that game after this one and get the rest of that game. I will again do my best. All right, so we'll have the closer out to Jung Hae Young will come out to pitch for Kia. He did pitch yesterday, 21 pitches, I believe, yesterday. So 291 on the season, 30 games, 2 wins, 3 losses, 34 innings. Yeah, 21 pitches, 1 inning, 2 earned runs. And here we go. They will have Kimmy Jeep leading things off. He is the one that hit the 2-run shot to put NC on the board as he saw one pitch and it was delivered over the wall. As that misses inside, and it's 1-0. Here we go, the 1-0 pitch. And that's in there for a ball, and it's 2-0. And the 2-1. All righty, here we go. The 2-2 pitch sets up on the outside, and he doesn't chase, runs the count full, 3-2. On deck is on Jun Yo. Sets up right at the knees, and that is rolled over, but it's foul, and we'll have another 3-2 count. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. And he swings at a pitch up at his shoulders, but it gets out of play, and we'll have another 3-2 pitch. And he walks him. Brings the go ahead run or the tying run up to the plate. All righty, here we go. And that is in there for a strike at the top of the zone, and it's 0 1. Anjung Yo, 0 for 2 on the day. A walk, a strikeout, and a 6-3 ground out. And the 0 1 misses way up high, and it's 1 and 1. And here comes the 1 1 pitch, and that is lifted into center field, but center fielder under it, and that's one away. Down to their final 2 outs. That brings up a Chun Jae Hoon. Or no, that should be Chun Jae Hwan, not as he does a little jump kicks to get the dirt out of his cleats. And the first pitch, ooh, must have got a loose stitch on the outside corner because now it's 0 1. He does have some speed, normally plays center field, so he's got some speed, tough to double up. And the 0-2 is grounded to the third baseman, grabs it, throws to seconds, gets 1 out, and that will be 2 away. That flips the lineup back over, and I've said it many times. This lineup is long. It is far, far, far from over, ladies and gentlemen. All right, now 2 away, top of the lineup up. Kim Ju On, 1 for 4 on the day, and he calls time. And first pitch is outside, ball 1, 1 0. 5-3 ground out, strikeout looking, a single, and a 6-3 ground out from the shortstop. And the 1-0 swing and a miss at ball 2, and it's 1 and 1. No, they didn't. And if you look at the radar, it's the rain is gonna let up. So I'm gonna once this game gets over, I'm gonna bring up the Hanwha game. As here comes the 1-1 pitch, and that is fouled away. 1-2. Yeah, I've already started getting the Hanwha stuff. Are you you really going back? No way. Okay, I was gonna say. See, I got the Hanwha score bug right up there now. All righty, here we go. The 1-2 up high, 2-2. And just outside runs the count full. Three, two, and swing and a miss, and that will end the game as Nail gets the victory, and Kia holds on to win 4-2. As there we go, ladies and gentlemen, Kia holds on to get the victory. 4-2. James Nail pitches extremely well. 6.2 innings, 111 pitches, 69 for strikes. Did give up one hit to Kim Ju-won, two walks, including a hit by pitch, nine strikeouts, one run earned. Lee Jun Young came in, ended up giving up a walk and a two-run shots. Those are the two runs for NC. But Kia's bullpen is able to hold on and get the victory as Jo Sang-woo throws 31 pitches, walks two, gets a one, gives up one hit. They end up, honestly, it's just NC just could not get it done. They had the leadoff walk, the leadoff runner walk, gets up, brings up the top of the lineup eventually, and they just could not get it done. The bottom of the lineup is where the runs came from, the walks and everything. The As far as on the day, they get two hits with runners on base, but 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. That is the big Giants reason why NC wasn't able to take advantage of all the base runners. Kia, on the other hand, they had a ton of base runners. They ended up leaving 10 runners on, and just in the seventh and eighth inning, they left the bases loaded and two runners on. So two runners on in the first, one in the second, two in the fifth, three in the third, and two in the eighth. So they end up getting the win courtesy of a Chae Hyung-woo, 3-run shots way back in the third inning. They get the series win, a big win for them because SSG also got the win, which means that they will just be a half game out from there. I believe at this point is Samsung. Yeah, Samsung finally lost 16-4. So Kia sitting up nice and pretty at this point, or sorry, KT sitting nice and pretty. Kia just a game and a half out of the playoff picture at this point, getting ready to finish up the first half of the season. So, with all that being said, I will be back in just a few. I'm going to close this stream down. I will set up another stream, guys. That other stream, I will get started for the Hanwha game. The Hanwha game is still going. It is 4-5, is 5-4 Hanwha in the bottom of the fifth. The rain is starting to let up, so I'm going to set up another stream for the Hanwha game. And with that, you guys can join that if you would like to stick around for the rest of the Hanwha game. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back in, I want to say about 15 to 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes for the rest of the LG and Hanwha game. Again, there will be a second stream that I will start with a Hanwha and LG thumbnail. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back in just about 20, 30 minutes. So as always, thank you guys, and until next time.